Have you ever wondered what these tiny strip components are? They are called resistors, and believe it or not, they control the flow of electricity in almost every electronic device you use daily, from your mobile phones to your television sets. Now, a resistor is a passive electronic component. Its main function is to control and limit the flow of current in a circuit. Think of a resistor as a traffic policeman. He does not add cars to the road, but he controls how smoothly and how many cars pass through. My name is James Apanda, your private tutor for understanding electricity. Please like and share the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so to support me. Also hit the notification bell for my upcoming videos. Thank you. So there are a number of reasons why resistors are very important. Number one, they help protect other electronic components from too much current. So I have a voltage source here, which is the battery, and an electronic component here. This is an LED. It gives off light when current flows through it. So we're going to see, without a resistor, let's look at the brightness of the LED. So I'm going to use this cable to connect to the LED and see the brightness level. Okay, so the LED has burnt instantly. Now, since this LED is burnt out, we can no longer use it. So let's replace it with a new LED, this one. So we connect it in the same way, but this time around with a resistor in place. So let's now bring a resistor and see how this LED performs. Okay, so here we are. The LED is glowing without any problems at all. If we want to decrease the brightness of the LED, we can bring a resistor with a higher resistance, and that would control the amount of current flowing. Okay, so that is it. See, the brightness is very low brightness. All right, let's go ahead and see how resistors can be used to divide voltages. Okay, so if we have a voltage source, say what we have right now, let's measure it with our multimeter to be sure. So we have a voltage of 8.88 volts. If we want to have just half of this 8.8 volts, then we can bring two resistors of equal values. So I have 100 kilo ohms and 100 kilo ohms. Let's connect them in series across the voltage source. Let's take the measurement again and then see. So we have 8.9 volts across two resistors, each having a resistance of each having a resistance of 100 kilo ohms. So let's see the voltage across each of them. So we have 4.44 across the first one, and we have 4.46 across the second one. This is the same voltage across each of them. The total voltage is about 8.8 volts 8.9 volts, and the voltage across each of them is about 4.45 volts, 4.47 volts. So the voltage has been divided. Let us now consider the types of resistors we have. Now, this type is known as a fixed resistor. That is because its resistance or its value does not change. It remains the same once it is mounted on the circuit. So we can measure this value and know the resistance. So we set our multimeter to omega and we measure. So this is 99.1 kilo ohms. That is about 100 kilo ohms. So the value is the same. It doesn't change. You can't change it. This resistor is 20 kilo ohms. So let's measure it and see. So we have 20.2 kilo ohms, and this value remains the same. It doesn't change. So these are called fixed resistors. Fixed resistors. Now, let us also see the next resistor. This is called a variable resistor. It's called a variable resistor because we can actually vary or change the resistance. We can vary or change the resistance. If you look here, you can see 50 kilo ohms written. This is 50. That is 50K. That's 50 kilo ohms. So let's measure the value and see. So we have 51. So it means that the maximum value you can have for this resistor is 50 kilo ohms, plus or minus some values. But then, yes, so the measurement is showing 51 kilo ohms. We could actually vary the resistance. And to do that, we need to mount one terminal of the meter at the middle and connect the other at either of the ends. So we have 51. If I vary this, the value changes. Now I have 18.32 kilo ohms. I can vary it further to have a different value. This is 3.45 kilo ohms. We can go down to 0. So here we are. We have almost 0, that is 2.5 kilo ohms. Yeah, so the value keep on changing as long as you want it to by varying the knob over here. And then we have this type. It's also a variable resistor. This is called a preset type. Usually we need something like this, like a flash screwdriver, to turn the port here. So as long as we are turning it, the value will also be changing. So let's take some measurement and see. So this is 22.8 kilo ohms. We can actually vary the value. So let's see. So from 22 kilo ohms, we now have 2.6 kilo ohms. We can vary it and get a different figure. This is 19 kilo ohms. So that is why we call these types of resistors variable resistors. Now, one application of the variable resistor is volume control. I hope most of you have encountered volume controls. If you have ever used a music box or an audio amplifier, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this is the type of resistor that is usually used for volume control. Now, as you turn the knob here clockwise and anti-clockwise, the volume on your audio amplifier will be increasing and decreasing. Let us now consider another type of resistor known as the special type of resistor. Now, there are several types of special resistors, but in this video, we are going to cover the light-dependent resistor. Now, as the name implies, light-dependent resistor, the resistance of this resistor rises and decreases with the amount of light energy falling on it. So we are going to measure this resistance with a higher light intensity and with a lower light intensity to see how it performs. So let us measure the resistance and see. So here we are, normal brightness, normal light. We have about 0.9, almost 1 kilo ohms, 0.98 kilo ohm. So let's try to increase the intensity of light and see what we can have. So I'm going to bring down this light and measure it again. So we have 337 ohms. 337 ohms. Okay, this is 372 ohms, no longer in kilo ohms. And if we take off the light and try to cover it up so that we can have a more dark environment, let's see what the resistance would be. So we have 20 kilo ohms. So there you have it. The resistance of this device increases with decrease in the light intensity falling on it. A major application of the light-dependent resistor is street light. Now, you notice that in the evenings, when the sun goes down, street lights automatically turn on without anybody going to turn any switch on. And in the morning, the street light automatically goes off without anybody turning them on off. Now, it is because of its nature of increasing and decreasing in resistance with the amount of light falling on it. That is why it can be used to automatically turn on the street light and turn it off at different times of the day. So next time you see this tiny strip component, remember they are the silent heroes protecting and controlling the flow of electricity in your devices. If you enjoyed learning about resistors, hit the like button, subscribe for more electronic basics, and let's keep exploring together. Thanks for watching this video. See you another time.